Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I always open the vlog in the PJs, of course, but it is actually 1 p.m. But I did work this morning. I had to coach and then I went hit the gym and now I'm back. So kind of just had like a very long morning routine. But today is a very fun day. We are going to be going to a pumpkin patch. Just kind of doing all the fun fall things today. So we're gonna get pumpkins, the apple cider donuts, like all that fun stuff. But I thought I would just take you guys along with me and this little vlog. Start getting ready here. And while I get ready, I wanted to talk a little bit about my Europe trip. So if you guys haven't watched the previous vlog, I went to Europe and I filmed literally all of it. But one thing that I don't think I mentioned was I did go to Europe with a travel company, and it was with EF Ultimate Break, if you guys have heard of them. So I was just gonna kind of give my, I guess, like opinion, like review about it. There were definitely some things that I loved about the trip. And then as far as like EF Ultimate Break in general, there were definitely some things that were not, it just wasn't my thing. Right, so kind of getting into it a little bit. So went to Spain with EF Ultimate Break, and we went to 3 different cities in Spain. We went to Barcelona, Ibiza, and Valencia. So many travel issues, and it was not EF's fault for the travel issues, but I will say they were not helpful at all in the situation, in the scenario. We did end up missing an entire day of our trip because of the travel issues. They just were not helpful really at all. But honestly, like, we were just so over traveling at that point already. Trip itself went, they were very good about making some stuff up for us that we missed. So we missed, they do like a whole welcome dinner and things like that. And so we did end up missing that, and they did make it up, and we did it the second day when we got there, so our first day. So it did kind of make up, but again, still kind of frustrating. And then as far as the trip itself, so you are with a group of people, you are with a tour group. Everybody is, I think you have to be 18 to 35, 36 to go on the trips with EF. So everybody was like relatively around the same age. I was with obviously my boyfriend, so we were able to like room together, but typically you can either choose to room solo or be with another person, or there's also another option to be able to stay in like a hostel, and with that situation you could be paired with multiple people versus just one, and like have like common shared area versus like your own bathroom and things like that. So I'm very happy I did go with somebody that I knew. Other things with the trip, so they you're obviously with a tour guide. You have a tour guide with you showing you around, and we were expecting to kind of go to different, like see the different churches and have like all of these things kind of like included, and like have her show us kind of like the hot spots of every place that we went. And that was not the case at all. Or she literally like took us to the places, but it was like, oh, this is it from the outside. If you want to go inside, you have to pay extra. We were kind of told that we did pay extra for the trip because stuff like that was included, but we just like would stand in the middle of like city centers, like the city complex, like just stand there, and she would just like point different directions and tell us like where things were, but we didn't actually like go to them, or if we went to them, we only saw the outside. And that was for everything. That in every single city. So like nothing was included. Everything you had to pay extra for. As far as like bus transportation, we only got, instead of having like certain days that we could use the bus, it was like you had to pay per trip. So instead of getting a pass for like X amount of days, it was X amount of trips. So she took us on the bus, and like metro like one time to like show us, and then we were kind of left alone after that. So we honestly didn't feel super comfortable getting on just because we're like, we've only done this once. We're not entirely sure where we're going. We can walk there, but as far as stops and such, it's confusing. You have transfers and like things like that. So we ended up just walking everywhere. So we didn't even use the transfers that was like paid for, included in our trip, that we paid extra for. So another thing that was just like a little bit odd was that, or not odd, but just kind of frustrating, was that we did have some, we were going to different cities and such, so we were having to move and transfer other places and get on buses, get on planes, boats, all the things. We were delayed every single time. We flew from Barcelona to Ibiza, and then that was fine, easy, smooth, no issues. Only thing was the airport was hot as fuck. I mean, so hot. Like, we were sweating, and there was nothing we could do to, like, cool down. But, from Ibiza to Valencia, we ended up taking a ferry. Let me tell you, this ferry was the worst experience of my life. I don't get seasick. I don't get motion sickness. Just sitting there in the water, waiting to depart, I felt so sick. Like, just sitting there and like the rocking side to side. Oh my gosh, it was the worst thing ever. And then ended up falling asleep, and I woke up and the boat was literally like rocking side to side. I was like, holy shit. And I like turned around to our tour guide because she was sitting behind us, and all of us were like looking around. We're like, is this normal? And she's like, oh, it's fine, you guys. This is great. This happens all the time. I was like, are you kidding me? I feel like I'm gonna throw up right now. We got to like the part like where Valencia is, to like the port. We still had an hour and a half drive. So hour and a half ferry, hour and a half drive. Everything was delayed. It took us like 6 hours to get there. Versus if we flew, it would have taken us 3 hours maybe, if even, 2.5. Coming back, we had a layover in London, and then from London to Chicago. London was awful. We just, in general, had a very, very bad travel experience this trip. Some of it had to do with EF, some of it had to do with not EF, but EF did book all of the flights and such for us. All of the travel was booked through them. If I were to have booked it myself, I would not have booked it the way they did. So that was one thing I did not like with EF. But in general, I feel like a lot of the stuff we did with EF, we could have done by ourselves easily, especially because I was with another person. The trips are designed for you to go solo. So it is designed for people who are solo travelers, who have never been out of the country. They want to go somewhere, but they want to be with a group. I think in the grand scheme of things, it would be good to do it by yourself. I could see you doing it by yourself. It's your first time going out of the country, first time traveling somewhere big by yourself. Great, because you do have some people that you can rely on. You have people to contact, and kind of like that security system. But I think if you're going with other people, in all honesty, not worth it. Top is Princess Polly. It has open back here, just something kind of fun. Jeans, I believe, are from Hollister. I got them a few years ago. And then let me show you my shoes. Not worn these in a minute, but we are just gonna wear some Converse today, just because we're gonna be outside and I don't know if it's gonna be muddy or not anywhere, so we're just gonna throw that on. We're getting Chick-fil-A because we're starving, and then pumpkin patch. I'm scared. Oh my god. I didn't know that. Oh, she's going. Hey, bye.
Hey.
Ugh. Dang. That was kind of fun. Do we go up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, and what do you? Oh, shit.
Alright.
Corn maze was kind of lame.
Yeah, not my favorite. Apple shooting was better.
Faster. Yeah. Wow. Girls, pro tip, take your boyfriend to a pumpkin patch. He will have fun. I'm gonna pull a tractor. Rings are coming off for this one. Oh. I feel like a good tactic would be to get closer to it. Oh shit.
Future Mrs. Olympia right here.
Got this. Oh. Alright, I'm doing what the kid. Oh, fuck. Turn.
I'm defeated. Oh no! Oh, it's in a bad spot. No.
I still beat you. We got our pumpkin. He gets to carry it. Alright, you guys, that kind of wraps up this little vlog. So we did get back home now. Cole actually dropped me off, and then we are going to be going to just a little bonfire tonight with some friends. But honestly, other than that, just having a very chill night. I'm honestly just so exhausted and tired from getting up early for work this morning and then just kind of having like a non-stop day. What time is it now? It's 6 o'clock now. We just got home, and I want to say we got there at probably 3. So we were there for like a good amount of time. And in all honesty, I've just been feeling so run down lately and just so tired. It's just the season of life that I'm in right now. It's just everything is very busy, which I'm so thankful for, to be able to have that opportunity to be as busy as I am. I'm pretty tired. So tonight we are going to be going over to a friend's house for a bonfire, and then we agreed on leaving at like 11 o'clock. So we'll get home and then just go to bed. So I'm going to lay here for probably like an hour or so, and then he'll come back, pick me up, and we'll head over. But I'm going to end off the vlog here. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.